Good morning, everyone. Welcome. Saturday morning coffee with Sir Lake and Sammy. Thanks for joining. I'm Sir Lake and Sammy. Sammy in Cebu. Oh, sorry I'm late. I was making coffee and I just woke up. it's 10 o'clock in the morning, Saturday morning. I went out and I think I got home about 5 o'clock this morning. 5:30. Um, it was Terry's birthday yesterday. Woo. So Tim, me, and Paul took him out. We went to Club Havana in Lapu-Lapu and it was kind of quiet. And then we came over to Lux, which was packed. And I didn't drink. I had maybe one drink. But it was more about being tired. And I did leg day on Friday. And my forearms are still killing me. So I'm just tired. I was supposed to wake up early today, go to the beach and do the live stream from the beach, but there's no way I was waking up. I thought it would be a quiet night last night. Nope. I even saw Terry have a quarter of a beer. He doesn't drink. But he had a quarter. He was having such a good time. He was having such a fun time. Really happy. His birthday. We went out for dinner. Had steak. He really loved the steak. He said, "Oh, this is my new favorite restaurant." Sorry, give me 1 second, guys. So yeah, he really liked the steak shop across the highway at LG Walk Mall, shopping mall. It's called Steak Hangout or something like that. It's really good. It was really good. Anyway, welcome to 2026. Hey Darren, how you doing, brother? Happy New Year to you and your family. Thanks again for joining. I appreciate it. It is a beautifully warm day here in Lapu-Lapu, but it is a little overcast and looks like rain, scattered showers, not like a storm front, like pop-up storms are coming. Supposed to go for a ride tomorrow. I doubt it's going to happen because of the unsettled weather. I don't like riding in the rain. I really don't like, especially with a bike that I'm not 100% comfortable with. And my forearms are just killing me. They're in so much, not pain, but they are sore from exercising so much. I've been working out really, really hard. Trent, good to see you, brother. Hope you're enjoying your new year and staying warm. I know it's really cold in North America this week. It's minus 20 degrees Celsius in Korea. I was talking with my friends in Korea and they say it's impossibly cold. Yeah, you know, sunny Australia. Lady Sarah is in Bangkok. I was talking to her yesterday. She's visiting her boyfriend's parents this weekend. She said one of two things is going to happen. Either she's going to like move to the next stage, like pre-engagement, or she's going to break up. She doesn't know. How's the vibe and lifestyle in Cebu? Okay, Billy. Great to talk to you. You know, Billy, I remind me again, you're in your 40s, right? And you are like one of the most prolific question askers on my channel, and I love you for it, brother. Happy New Year to you and your family as well. Thank you for joining. And you have worn me down. And I'm going to do a vlog about the dark side of dating in the Philippines. I've looked at my demographics. I've looked at the people who watch my channel, and it's 95% men, 99% men, and 80% over 55, 10% over 65, and 8% over 45. So it's all us people in retirement, Westerners, 90% from North America, Europe, and Oceania. So you and others have asked, 55, Billy, let me tell you something. You come across as much younger. You're vibrant energy and sales. I can see it, being in sales. I can see that being in sales. I mean, I'm former salesman myself, but yeah, I'm gonna do maybe 1 or 2 videos. I don't want to get creepy. I don't want to get stereotypical. I don't want to get negative, because that can get you in trouble in YouTube and on in the Philippines. Yeah, Darren, I knew you would come out with that. That's why I said it before you said it. But there is a reality to this, right? There is a reality to men wanting to escape. How do I put this? Our age group, we grew up in a different time, a different social structure. And although there's nothing wrong with the way the world, well, there is a lot wrong with the way the world is going right now, but it's not my place to say it. But it is my place to choose what I want. Okay? And as long as it's legal, you shouldn't, you can judge me, but I'm not going to listen to you. And I'm just saying me as a human being. I'm not saying you guys commenting on me specifically. I'm just saying in general. And that's what I want to do a vlog on, is that I know people in relationships where the age gap is 40 years. I mean, the biggest age gap I ever had was about 30 years. And I dated a girl for just under a year. But I'm not interested in, like, personally, I'm not interested in dating anybody my own age. Number one, if a woman is my age and single, there's a lot of psychological baggage attached to that. And I'm not interested in getting involved in that. Then there's probably children involved 99% of the time. And I don't want to get involved in that, because when there's children involved, there's probably exes involved. And I don't want to get involved in that. And I don't want to take care of somebody else's children. I'm not interested. I don't want to take care of my own children. So the reality is that what you say is true. Okay, Billy. A lot of people want to escape the West. And if it's culturally acceptable here, there's nothing wrong with it. And I'm going to interview a few Filipinas that I know who are married, and there is a significant age gap. And yeah, Darren, there's some people who are offended by it. But the other thing is that, there are some people who are not. And that's the beautiful thing about living in this world, is that people have different ideas and situations. So I want to address that. I don't date. I'm not interested in it. I have been alone for so long that for any woman to interest me, she has to be incredible. I've met a few nice girls here, Filipinas, but they're too young and just too immature for me. I'm just not interested. Physically, they're beautiful, and there's nothing, they're attractive. And, I do not look 58. I have people who constantly comment, like, I never thought you were that old. The way I act, the way I look, the way I carry myself, I'm not an old man. I'm not like, I have good stature, I'm thin, I'm healthy looking, I'm not wrinkly or anything like that. If I shaved, I would look like I'm 45. So, since I've been here, I've actually gone out with more tourists than I have with Filipinas. I went out with a Mongolian girl, I went out with a couple Korean girls, Japanese, and an Uzbek girl. I like my Eastern European, Mongol style women, because Filipina girls are a little bit too short for my taste. So yeah, just moving from the West to Philippines, the differences and how to simulate that. That is a very interesting topic, simulate. Can you give me an example of what you mean by simulate? Like, because I did a vlog just yesterday that's going up on Monday. Yes, on Monday, about setting the expectations, right? The title of the vlog is living in Southeast Asia, living in the Philippines is a test of your patience. So I think that is the first in a series of vlogs of like how to simulate is what you're saying, or what to expect. And your next statement, if someone wants to date a younger lady, likely she wants kids. If the guy doesn't, it makes it hard if you want to date not single moms. Yeah. So I have a guy, he's got, it's about 35 years difference, and she wants a kid. And he's like, nope, I'm 60. There's no way I'm having kids, till I'm 80 years old. And the second thing is the cost. Having kids is expensive, and Filipina girls want like many kids. I know one guy that I met on New Year's. He's got 10. He's been here for 20 years. He's got 10 kids. It's insane. I don't have 10 of anything, right? Doesn't want kids. I don't want kids. I haven't wanted kids since in my 20s. Clingy, bubbly, caring, different qualities compared with when I lived in Pattaya. There is a stark difference between Thai girls and Filipino girls. Now, I'll give you this. I have only dated women from the cities. I haven't dated girls from what they call the province, so like outside of the main areas. And I have heard and I have seen from my friends that in Thailand and in Philippines, as in anywhere else, a girl from the countryside is probably a better option if you're interested in marriage. If you're interested in dating, a city girl. But if you're interested in marriage and a quality, feminine, traditional woman, God-fearing, you want a countryside girl. George. Hello from Bangkok. Welcome to the show. Happy New Year, brother. is shaped by material and by Sammi has game for sure. And from what he says, he doesn't even date Philippines. What I want to say is, I'm interested in dating. I'm interested in meeting nice girls. I'm interested in having conversations. I like hanging out with women. Oh, I have more female friends than I do male friends back in Korea. I mean, that was part of who I was in my job. I mean, I was a club guy, a club host. So of course I was surrounded by a lot of women, and I had lots of guy friends too. But today, you know, I can count, except for my friends that I've made here, Tim, Johnny are my two best friends, Anuj, so that's 3. And then I have Princess Jasmine, Lady Sarah, Heijin and Heymin. So I have like 4 amazing female friends and 3 amazing guy friends. Now I probably will never see Johnny ever again because he's got his family and things to take care of, and he can't come to meet me, and I'm not going to Korea. Tim lives here, and Anush I've seen at least once or twice every year whenever I go on vacation. I just saw him 2 months ago, right? So I'll probably see him again in February when he comes back here. I saw Lady Sarah in October. I've seen her 3 times this year. Princess Jasmine's coming in 2 weeks, and I'll probably see her again towards the end of this year. Heymin and Heijin I haven't seen in a couple of years, but they've moved on in their lives. You know, they've got the boyfriends, the fiancés, the careers. And you have to remember, these women I've known for like, Heymin and Heijin are the youngest. Sarah and Jasmine are the oldest. They're in their 30s. So, but I've known Sarah and Jasmine for like 10 years. So I knew them when they were younger. But I'm not interested in dating because the problem is I know I'm not a good boyfriend because I'm not interested in compromising. I'm not interested in doing things that you want to do. I want to do what I want to do. So I'm very selfish. So I don't want to subject a woman to my insanity. So therefore I won't date. And women want to date for marriage, and I'm not interested in marriage. So, okay, yeah, that's a good topic, Billy. The thing is that my taste is different than other people. So I try not to become too specific. I like to give generalities, but I will do a week in the life of me, or what I did to get here, what I like, the plans I made, the budgets I made, the steps I took to get to my life. And then you can like make a comparison on that. So I think that probably might interest you. And again, I try not to say that this is the perfect place. People are always asking me, and you ask me a lot too, what are the girls like? I can't tell you because my taste is different than yours. Oh, I went to this restaurant, the food was amazing. You go there and it's shit. Now, I look like an idiot in your eyes, right? So I don't give reviews. I give personal experiences to my taste. So that's why I want to give you guys a little bit of like, this is what I like, right? This is what I like. This is what I'm interested in, okay? And I like expats and I like the tourists because tourists are fun. I love meeting new people, and the fact, and even Terry said, he says, I can see why you were in the entertainment business. You just love talking to people. And I said, it's so easy as an expat because they think you're a tourist as well. As a local, if I was like in Sri Lanka or if I was a Filipino, people, when they're on vacation, they're a little bit like, okay, what kind of scam are you trying to run here? Right? Like they're wary of locals because of the horror stories that they've heard. So in Sri Lanka, I come up to a tourist and they're like, I can see it in their mannerisms, right? And then when I tell them, oh yeah, you know, I'm Sri Lankan, but I'm not from here. I'm not born here. from overseas and everything like that, but I live here now, and then they become more friendly and open because I love talking to people, meeting people, learning about people, and talking to them. It's fun. And the thing is that I always can make a connection with someone. Oh, you're from Japan? Yeah, I visited Hokkaido. I love Osaka. Obviously, Koreans, even Europeans. Mongolians, Chinese, Japanese, Korean, obviously North Americans, etc. Personally dated Western or white women in Asia before I had a girlfriend. My girlfriend is from Denmark, Romania, and well, okay, George, game is all a different thing, right? Game is, I'm not a passport bro, which is what Paul was telling me about. Some new term I recently learned, I didn't know what it was. It's, men who are not able to get a quality woman or one that they want in the West, so they come to Southeast Asia to find a woman. And I don't see anything wrong with that, because why go and eat food that you don't like? Go find the food that you like to eat. Why is one thing okay, but another thing is not okay, right? Like, so that's my thing, is like, as long as it's legal, okay, there should be no judgment, and we should never judge other people, ever. I don't judge. Like I said, Tim and Terry, I do not agree with 90% of the things they say, but I love them. Terry is one of the nicest, kindest, genuine men I have ever met, and I'm so happy that I met him, and I'm even more happy that he has decided to stay. He was only here for 3 days. He's now here a month, and he's planning on staying longer unless he gets a job offer in Bangkok. But having game is true. I have a lot of confidence because my first girlfriend was just when I was 20. I've always been attracted to tall, thin women since I was 14 years old. My first crush in middle school, Claudia Wolf, a German girl. She was taller than everybody, blonde hair, blue eyes, like freckles. I can still remember her. We're still friends on Facebook, and married with kids now, or she's a grandma now. But she was my first crush, and then my first real girlfriend. Well, then I met my vacation girlfriend, Kirsten, in Portugal, when I was 16, 17, 86. And I'm still friends with her today. She was a little bit younger than me. She was like 14 or 15, and I was 16, 17. But we're still friends today. She was way taller than me. And then my first real girlfriend when I was like 19 or 20, Beth, she was way taller than me and way out of my league. But they liked my confidence. I had this confidence thing, so they loved it. And then running a nightclub, I mean, the power, not real power, but, running a nightclub. And Happy New Year to you too, George. Truly, truly appreciate it. And yeah, Terry has met some really nice girls here who work at the call centers, and one of them is a manager. So he's enjoying that. He likes athletic women and educated, intelligent women. If you want to come to Southeast Asia and you want someone who will take care of you, cook for you, clean for you, take care of your kids, and be loyal and faithful and all of that stuff, yeah, you can find that here very easily, very easily. And if you're Catholic, if you're Roman Catholic or Catholic, it's even a bonus here because they're devoutly Catholic in this country. They love that. Yeah, definitely, Billy, I will do a day in the life. I'll show you I'll show you two days. One is a work day, and then one is like a weekend. What do I do to enjoy the retired life? Now I'm starting a new contract on Monday. So, I mean, it's a lot of money. So I took the contract, a corporate contract. So it's 6 hours a week, but it's great money, great money. Thanks, Billy. I truly appreciate the support. I mean, I am not here to satisfy everyone because I can't satisfy everyone. What I can do is what I like and what I think I should try to disseminate to other people. I will take advice and constructive criticism, but in the end, I'm going to do what I want, okay? Because it's my channel. If you don't want to participate in the channel, you can go find another channel. But what I'm trying to do is give a positive. I'm not sugarcoating anything. But I'm the kind of guy who always sees the glass as half full. Every cloud has a silver lining. I don't look negatively at life. I always look at the positive. I always try to leave everyone and everything better than when I arrived. And Terry says that all the time. He says, he calls me his sensei. I mean, he's 11 years older than me. And he's always saying, he's like, you have much more wisdom and you have that circle of knowledge where you've done it all. And I said, that's what I'm trying to do with my channel, is trying to disseminate ideas. You may not agree with them. They may not be right, but it's helped me. It has helped me become the man I am and happy. And that's what I want to put out there. Other people require other things to be happy. They require family, children, whatever. But this is what I find to be happy. So yeah, I'll continue that. A week in the life. Good idea. I think the biggest challenge here in Southeast is building a stable social circle. Best strategy is having a core and then making friends with tourists. 100%. George, I talked about this. One of the things that I freaking-lutely love about living in Mactan, Newtown, compared to Maribago, is the amount of friends I make every freaking day. Every day I meet somebody new when I go outside. Every day, because I talk to people. So after this, I have to go out. I have to take the motorcycle and get some gas. I got to take it for a ride because it's been sitting around. I'm going to see how my arms feel because my arms are really sore. I'm supposed to do a ride tomorrow. It's going to be about an hour. I got to check the weather and just see what it's going to be like for tomorrow. Yeah, Billy, you know, the next vlog I'm doing actually is about scams. And it's sad, but it doesn't matter whether you're in Pattaya, Cebu, Seoul, Bangkok, Manila, Los Angeles, New York, Toronto, Paris. There are scammers everywhere. The scams are just different. Okay. In North America, it's cyber and electronic. Okay. Here, it's more physical, material. Right. So, not here, but when I went to Southeast Asia. And wherever there is honey, the flies will come. You're not going to find scammers in the middle of nowhere. Okay, you're not going to find scammers. You're going to find them where the honey is. So that's why people say, oh, I don't like Cebu, I don't like Pattaya. Pattaya is too many scammers. That's because that's where they congregate. So you have to avoid the areas where you can meet expats who are not your style. Okay, and that's the other thing I talk about is like, all right, I've talked about this before and I'm going to talk about it again in another vlog. You come here And if you fall into your old habits of going to the bar, or yeah, let's go to the bar and hang out and meet people, that's the wrong idea. You have to change your previous patterns of behavior, and you need to do the opposite. Don't go to the bar, go to the swimming pool, go to the gym, go to the shopping, go to the grocery store. You go to the bar, you're only going to meet people who are in that mindset that there's nothing to do except drink and talk to bar girls. You're not going to come out of that in a positive experience. I have trying to stop drinking. I don't drink. I haven't drank that much, but I'm gonna slowly this year try to not drink ever again. I'm gonna like make a conscious effort to not drink. I don't drink, but when I go out, I'm like, yeah, I'll have one drink, two drinks. And last night I had one. That was it. The whole night. We started at 8 p.m. and finished at 5 a.m. One drink the whole night, and it was at the end of the night because I just needed something to pick me up. Yeah, you can find yourself isolated in a city of 20 million. In Seoul, I felt isolated as well. You have to take an active interest in your own social psychology. You have to join groups. You have to join expat groups. You have to join a club. You have to start hobbies. You have to get outside of your apartment and just sit on the street and have a coffee. Language is a huge issue. Here, everyone speaks English. Like even the kids on the side of the road speak English. And that's and again, meeting the genuine expats, I start with the tourists, and then I notice people. So like if I see somebody in the gym, I'm talking to them right away. I don't care who they are. If they're in the gym, I'm talking to you, because that is the kind of person I want to meet. Somebody who is dedicated enough to get up at 8 in the morning to go to the gym. Whether you're a tourist or whether you're living there, that's what I want. I want that kind of a person. So I met Paul in the gym. I met Terry in the gym. I met John in the gym. Okay. And John introduced me to Barry. Barry's not coming back till April or May. If he comes back, he's got some medical issues to take care of. And John has now got himself a nice girlfriend, and he's recovering from some back issues. So I don't see him as much. So yeah, the thing is that if you're looking for the negative, you'll find the negative. If you go out and actively look for the positive, you'll find the positive. And who was it who said it back here? George, right? The strategy is having this core and then making friends with tourists. That's exactly what I'm doing. Exactly what I'm doing. Billy, yes and no. Yes and no. Now, again, I come from a different generation. If I invite a lady out for a date, I will pay for everything, including her transportation to and from. They don't ask, I offer. Now, I haven't been asked for money. I mean, I went out with the motorcycle club, and we went out to a bar, and there were bar girls there, and this one girl asked me for money. I said, no. She asked me money there and then. And I said, no, not interested. But that's a different situation. I think what you're talking about is like meeting girls and dating and stuff like that. I haven't, because I haven't dated that much, right? I'm not actively seeking. But Terry has had that situation where they've asked him for money, and I kind of like taught him, don't do that again. He paid a girl 3,000 pesos, which is about $25 US. 50 US dollars for taxi. And it's just impossible. She lied. I didn't want to start shit right there and then, but I told him, never do that again. Never do that again. I paid for a girl to come from an hour away, and it was 250 pesos. This girl charged him 1,500 one way. Okay, 250 pesos is not even $4. Right? So I don't give them money. I pay for their, like, I'll pay for dinner, I'll pay for the taxi, right? And I don't give them the cash. When the driver arrives, I'll pay the driver, and when they leave, I use the Grab app and I pay for it with my app, right? So I never give cash in hand. No, I don't do that. Are you greeted by nice tall Filipinas? Can you explain that? Greeted? As in how? I think you used the word greeted wrong. Anyway, a tall Filipina is usually a man. That's what I told Terry. It's usually a man. My favorite places to eat out, I don't eat out a lot because it just gets expensive. And I want to live on a budget. Food for me is not that big of a deal. It's sustenance. So during the week, I cook for myself. So I'll make a salmon, I'll make some pasta, or I'll make some steaks, and I'll cook that for a week, or a stew or something like that. On weekends, I will go out and I will eat what I like. So Italian, steak, sushi, or whatever. Sometimes I will go out and eat at the local places. So like 80 pesos for a dinner, because I like a home cooked meal. And sometimes if I'm really tired, I'll go down to the restaurant down here, which is a really good restaurant, Samurai and Geisha. Really good food, but it's expensive. Jollibee, I ate one time. It's too greasy and it's not healthy. So, I'm not interested. Generally, you need to talk to everyone, kind of the same as Sammy, approaching and talking. I was an introvert and took this to open up and train for this and went to boot camps. Great work, brother. If you come off as genuine, and you come off without like being creepy, or it's just like, I introduce them, hi, I'm Sam, I'm from Canada, where are you from? They're like, oh, you're from Canada, okay, great. I'm like, oh, blah, 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 I'm from, oh, I love Japan, I've been to Hokkaido and everything. And they're like, oh, wow, like they're so much happier. And you made their vacation a little bit more interesting. Because a lot of tourists or people are afraid to talk to other people. Somebody else has to make the first move. And I've always been an extrovert. I like to be alone. I had one girl ask if she could come and, spend a weekend with me. I said, no, not interested in having you here more than a few hours. Absolutely not. A friend of mine, one of the motorcycle club members, he said he knew a girl who was who he worked with, and she was from out of province, like out of this area. So she lived far away. So she stayed in the dorms for the job at a call center. But she wasn't interested in working anymore, which means she had to leave the call center. So he said he might know someone who's interested in having a girlfriend. And he says, she's pretty, she's smart, she's young, she'll come and she'll cook for you and take care of you and do all of that stuff. And I'm like, I don't want anybody living in my house. Nah, She was very pretty and very smart. From what he said, I didn't talk to her, but the photograph he said it was very smart. Excellent point, Joshua. Excellent point. And I've said this before, a lot of people don't think about this. And your point, I think I understand what your point is. Being financially stable and successful isn't about saving money. It's about not spending what you have. Those little things add up. Every time you spend, that's less money you have to invest. And I love that. I love that idea. So keep thinking thinking of yourself as a sponge, okay? And as a sponge, if you put a sponge in dirty water, it's only soaking up dirty water. And it's going to get ruined. If you put a sponge in clean, soapy water, the sponge is clean. And it smells fresh. So if you surround yourself with people who are like-minded, positive in attitude, not interested in your money, then you will have a positive experience. If you surround yourself with bar girls and alcoholics and gamblers and negative influences, in my opinion, like going to the bar, going to the casino, going to meet ladies of the night, you're not going to have a positive experience. You're going to come out of it emotionally, psychologically drained and financially drained. Okay, and physically drained. Alcohol is the worst thing. Over 50, over 30. And honestly, any age. I mean, you can do it when you're young because your body is still strong as long as you exercise. But at our age, forget it. Stop drinking, stop smoking. Oh my God, stop eating fatty foods. You're only going to kill yourself. Your body is not made at this age to process those poisons. Yes, hamburgers and fried chicken taste amazing in moderation. I eat fruits and vegetables all day, every day for 5 days a week. And Saturdays and Sundays, I'll have a pizza, a hamburger. Last night I resisted. I so wanted a hamburger. I resisted because I had pizza. So today I'm having, what I'm gonna make? I'm gonna make eggs and I have salmon. So I'm gonna make salmon and eggs on toast and maybe one pancake with a little syrup because I need a little bit of carb and sugar to recover. I need some energy. So don't drink, don't smoke, exercise and eat well because our bodies at this age are just meant to, sorry, somebody's texting me here. Are not meant to process those. We have to take care of ourselves. And I want you all to live to be over 100. I'm going to live to be 113. I don't know why that number sticks in my head, but that number has been given to me by Korean shamans. And I've seen that number more than once for it to not be a coincidence. And I don't believe in that stuff, but hey, it's a target, 113. That's what I want. Every single one of my grandparents lived over the age of 80. My father's 88 and still kicking it. I mean, he's getting old because he doesn't exercise. And that's what I'm going to change. I'm not going to go down that road where I'm hunched over like this and can't stand up straight because I don't exercise. So Joshua, good question. I have seen so many people on bicycles when I went up north. When I went into the mountains on a motorcycle ride, just tons of bicycles. The problem is, number one, the roads here are not that great. And I've even told Terry wanted to buy a bicycle and go riding. I said, it's very dangerous. In my personal opinion, I've seen them do it, but that doesn't mean it's safe. They have like cars behind them protecting the bicyclists, the groups of bicyclists in the mountains because it's that dangerous. The roads are very small. There's no shoulder, there's no sidewalk. So I don't want to risk my life on something that I could do, that I could gain another way. Second of all, I don't like riding a bicycle. For me, it's not fun. And I prefer to just do the exercise in the gym. When you do, so when you do something like that, you do it for the social aspect and for the exercise and the adventure. I can do that a different way. I can socialize a different way. I can get the adventure a different way and the exercise a different way. I don't have to risk, right? Secondly, the investment of money is huge in that space. Like bikes aren't cheap if you want to do it right. Equipment is not cheap if you want to do it right. And it's not something I want to invest in right now. I am technically very lazy. Let me put it this way. If I could live just inside this bubble, I would never leave. And people always ask me, oh, aren't you going on adventures? No, not interested. Because I've done it. I have gone on adventures. I've gone and done this. I've done the mountain climbing, the bungee jumping, the parachuting, the parasailing, the surfing, the scuba diving, the canyoneering, the waterfalls, the bicycling, the mountain climbing. I've done all of those things in my life. And there's no interest in it for me anymore. What I'm interested in is just relaxing, enjoying some good food and some good company. That's what drives me, is the social aspect. What are you saying here, George? You need to generally optimize for everything to have a good life in Asia. Talk, make friends. If not social, become social. Train yourself for this. Eat very healthy, train healthy, finances, everything. Absolutely. And that's what I'm trying to show here. Okay. I'm trying to show people that if you get rid of those 4 anchors in your life, your family anchor, not get rid, but minimize the stress, whatever family you have, loved ones, children, wife, parents, brothers, sisters, whatever. The social aspect, make sure you have a good social group. The health aspect, make sure you take care of yourself. And the financial aspect, make sure you're covered, right? All of those need to be strong for you to be happy. Yeah, I think one of those, like, I'm not a bike guy, so I don't really know, like those, like the Tour de France bikes would not work here. They would, there's places you can go, but generally, no. You would need one of those big knobby tire mountain bikes, I would say, because the potholes and the road conditions are just not great here. That's why I will not ride my motorcycle at night. Absolutely not. And, driving in flooded roads, you don't know what's underneath that water. I won't. If you have this general blueprint, then small chunk everything, how to become social, strategy, etc. I had to train for this. I divided my fear from 1 to 10, and then 1. Yeah, I kind of get that. What you're trying to say is you resolve your issues by identifying them first, and that is excellent. An excellent way to go. The first step to solving a problem is identifying the problem. Ooh, good question. I answered this question a little while ago. I have never had any drama in my family. I have heard some horror stories. My ex-wife, her father was an alcoholic, not abusive. Verbally, yes. Not emotionally, yes. Not physically. And my ex-wife's best friend, their family was dysfunctional. Like stealing and fraud and, oh my God, like, this is your sister. They did that to you? I'm like, I can't believe that. So my family is very small. It's my mom, my dad, and my brother. That's it. My parents raised us to be very independent. So we were not very emotional. I was never emotional. I was not very emotional. Our family is not huggers or anything like that. My parents were loving, but I was never like, a hugger or anything like that. My brother and I never really got along. We were opposites. You know, I loved my brother when I was young, but he does not bring joy to my life. And when I talk to him, he doesn't agree with the way I live my life. I think, I don't know. But he's constantly condescending or snarky or narcissistic or what, I don't know. You know, he's a borderline narcissist, borderline sociopath. So am I. But I decided a year ago, at Christmas a year ago, that I'm no longer going to talk to him, think about him, or anything. I just deleted him from my life. I blocked him on all social media. I don't even refer to him by name. I just call him the golden child. My mom hates that. Hates it. And constantly telling me not to do it. And I said, well, then don't bring his name up. I don't want to talk about him. And I did that with my ex-wife. I said, stop asking me about her because I don't want to talk about it. So my mom has to learn, right? Like asking me when I was married about having kids. I said, every time you ask me, I'm going to delay it another year. So stop asking me. She has to be trained to learn how to talk to me. I don't compromise. It's my life. I live it the way I want to live. I don't compromise to other people's opinions and wishes. It's my life. If you don't like it, disconnect from my life. It's that plain and simple. I'm not here to get your approval. I'm here to expose my way of living as what I feel is the best way to live life. If you wish to follow parts of it or all of it or none of it, that's your choice. I'm not telling you, I'm showing you. Okay, and that goes, before YouTube, that was the way I lived my life. So how I disconnected from my brother, it's very easy. He lives in Vancouver, I live here. I don't have to see him. One of the main reasons I'm in Cebu this long, I was only supposed to be here a couple months. Main reason I'm here for 6 months is because he was coming home for Christmas and I didn't want to be in the same continent as him. If I hadn't gone to Cebu, I would have left town and gone to a hotel or something like that. So not interested in being anywhere near him. We got into a big argument last Christmas and I locked myself in my room for 8 days. I only came out at night, went down to the fridge, grabbed some food, water, stocked my room, and then locked my door and never came out. Only came out when they left the house. Wasn't interested. Yeah, you know, small talk is the best. And for me, I have found it successful having a personal connection. So if they say, oh, they're from Paris, oh, and then I start speaking French. And they're like, oh, that's so cool. You speak French. Yeah, I'm Canadian, blah, 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 blah. You know, if there's some kind of a connection, then they want to learn more about you. Yeah, you know, Copenhagen. Oh, Denmark. Oh, the women of Denmark. Yeah, you know, Darren, like, first of all, my eyes aren't the best, okay? Second of all, night riding is just, it's like, you don't know who the other riders are, brother. Like, there's some crazy people out there who don't deserve driver's licenses. And living in Southeast Asia, it's not like North America where the police just pull over everybody all the time, right? They don't do that here for like headlight violations or taillight violations to see if you have a driver's license. They don't do roadside checks for driver's licenses here. Here or most Southeast Asian countries. Thailand, yes. Mostly scooters. Sri Lanka, they do motorcycles a lot. But I don't care about getting hit by a motorcycle. I care about getting hit by a bus. So yeah, I would never ride Like when I rented a motorcycle and drove in Sri Lanka, I followed a bus. I didn't pass the bus or try to get around it. I just followed the bus. It's a single lane road going from Colombo to Hikkaduwa. And the other time was mom and dad were in the car in front and I was in the motorcycle behind. So I just followed them. I could have ridden with them, but I wanted to drive a motorcycle and experience. We went Trincomalee, I think. Or no, where did we go? I can't even remember where we went. Ella or Jeff? No, we went Center North. It was, oh, I can't remember. I can't remember where we went. Anyway. Yeah. So, George, if you go back and watch some of my older vlogs over the last couple of months, you'll see that some of them talk about the 4 pillars of stress. I talk about the 4 pillars of stress: family, social, health, and financial, and how to achieve those goals, right? How I did it. And here's the problem, Trent, with a pet. A pet is an anchor. Traveling with a pet is so much work. And it's a response. I love dogs and I even love cats even more because cats are so much easier to take care of. The problem is I have a responsibility to that animal and I have to. There's no choice. I have to do it, even if I don't want to. I don't want that responsibility. Part of slow living is having no responsibility, no schedule, no plan, just getting up and doing what you want to do without a schedule. I say you have to have a routine, but that routine benefits your health, your finances, your social, your stress. Getting up in the morning, watching the sunrise, having a coffee, going to the gym, making a good breakfast with fruits and stuff, meeting friends, going out and doing things, shopping, running your errands. Yeah, I have to do that today. Let's go do it. Oh, I see an interesting store. I'm going to stop and look at that. Slow living. If you have a pet, I have to be back. I have to walk the dog. Oh, I have to be back. I have to clean the kitty litter or something. And traveling with a pet, no. Until I am settled in for my forever home, and then I won't get a cat. What I'll do is I will adopt a street cat and let that cat live around. It can come inside, it can go outside or whatever. I'll take care of it and I'll treat it like my parents did with our dog in Sri Lanka. I'm sorry, I'm laughing, Darren. You've actually hit a deer? Oh, a kangaroo? Those things, the danger of hitting an animal that big is that they jump and go through the windscreen. Now you're dead. Can you imagine in Canada hitting a deer with those antlers? They're tall enough that their legs just buckle and the deer goes straight through the window. My brother did that. I'm lucky I've never hit anything. Maybe a bird. I think I hit a bird once, a long time ago on the highway. Yeah, and the highways and roads are not lit here in Canada, especially out in the boonies where I live. But damn, bro, hitting a deer, hitting a kangaroo, that would write off your car. That would be scary, man. Let me tell you, especially at night in the middle of nowhere with nothing. Come on. Oh, that's a scary, scary, scary thing. Joshua, your message was held for review. So let me put that up here. I don't know why it's not showing up. So it's not showing up on the feed, but it's showing up here. Oh no, it is showing up in the. I don't know. Okay. Why is it not showing up? Well, that's a good thing, brother, because let me tell you, if that huge animal comes through your windshield, I have never seen someone hit a deer and not have the deer go through the windshield because it's the way their legs are. I guess kangaroos are bottom heavy, right? Deers are top heavy. Much big difference. Great for insurance companies. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. So, Joshua, you said brothers can be difficult if there is a long history of verbal put downs and demeaning comments toward you around others. The rails have been laid for decades. Get off the train and into a plane. Great, great point. Don't let people's negative ideas or opinions dissuade you from doing what feels right. It may be not right to others. It may not be right for me, but if you feel right, then just do it. Now, I'm not telling you to go out and drink because it feels right. I'm telling you don't do it. It could feel right. I'm giving advice on the path to take that is a little bit more difficult. Don't fall back on the easy pleasure. The easy pleasure is going to the bar, drinking and talking to bar girls who, oh, I love you. No, come on. That's the easy way out. Don't do the easy way out. Go the harder way. I'm not going the hard way. I'm going the middle ground where I don't get involved in social situations with women because I don't want that stress or drama. I find women who are interested in dating for a short time or tourists who are interested in having fun. And that's perfect for them and perfect for me. Trent, in my life, not fun. Ooh, yeah, motorcycle. Oh, what? Have I come close on the motorcycle? No, because like I drove for 10 years in Korea and there's no animals sold. And the one or two times that we drove outside of Seoul were safe. There weren't any issues. Yeah, I'd be. And see, that's the thing. I try to minimize the dangers that I face in my life at this point in my life. I'm not going to go on a banana boat. I'm not going to go on a jet ski. I'm not going to do any of those things that the younger people love to do, the adrenaline sports. I'm not going to windsurf. I'm not going to surf. I doubt I will ever scuba dive again. It's just too dangerous at my age. Sorry, not too dangerous. The risk versus the reward is too much for me, right? So what I'm saying is I've already done scuba diving. If I go, even now when Lady Sarah goes and she goes snorkeling, Sam, come in and look at it. There's no joy for me. The joy I get is seeing her face and the look on her face when she does it. Now, the one thing I will do is swimming with the whale sharks. I will do that in February or March. I will do it because it's one thing on my bucket list I want to do, and I'll do it. Princess Jasmine will not do it because she has a fear of deep water, so she won't go. And I won't go canyoneering, so there's no use in doing that. I don't want to do canyoneering. So yeah, I don't see the risk of doing things. I don't see the reward of doing things worth the risk. So going back to someone else's question about bicycle riding or mountain riding, not interested. The reward is not worth the risk. Absolutely not. And Joshua, 100%, let me tell you, brother, recovering from an accident, my God. Like just a cut, right? Just a cut on your hand. It takes weeks for it to heal. Weeks. A small scrape on my knuckle here. weeks to heal. It's still not fully healed. It's still like a little scabby right there. Okay, see that white spot right there? Weeks. I just scraped my knuckle on something, and weeks to heal the skin. Now, I am so lucky that when I chipped the bone in my foot, that I immobilized it right away and treated it. Doctor said, we can do surgery, but it's not going to heal it any quicker, and you're going to pay a huge amount of money where you don't have to. I'm lucky that I healed within a week, and I was able to walk again. But that was a scary week. Let me tell you something. I was worried I'd have to go back home because how was I going to survive not being able to walk? That was a scary time. You guys remember that video. Anyway, this was a great chat, guys. I really appreciate you guys taking the time to hang out with me today. Let's take a look at some of the stats and comments. Joshua, I'm not at the point in my life where I need to, so I'm not going to. Not at this time. Maybe soon. I track my blood work, so I don't have any issues right now. A little bit on the cholesterol side, a little bit on the salt and the vitamin D because of my kidneys and stuff. But yeah, I'm not overly worried about things in my health right now. Let's take a look at subscribers. I want to say thank you to the subscribers from the last 7 days. We only have one, even though I got hundreds of subscribers, not hundreds, dozens of subscribers, because like I said before, your privacy settings denotes whether or not I see you. And that is Ego Kills. Thank you for joining. And Edwin, thank you for joining, brother. Truly appreciate you taking the time to join. Let's look at some of the comments that we've been having. Let's see here. Adriana, my friend from Czech Republic, I'm so happy that you're continuing to watch and participate. I'm really happy to hear from you all the time. Jason, he commented and asked about visa. Am I going to stay on a tourist visa? Yes, 100%. I am not going to switch off my tourist visa until I decide on a forever home. There's no reason to. The cost of a visa for a year, amortized over the course of a year, is $50 a month. That's cheap. That's $1.25 a day at whatever to live. Come on, that's nothing. Investing money in a retirement visa doesn't gain you any better benefits, especially in the Philippines. I can stay here for 3 years on a tourist visa. In Thailand, you can only stay 2 to 4 months at the most, 6 months at the most. Then you have to leave for a year. You can't come back. Don't want that. Don't want that. Because when you leave the country and you try to come back in, that's when they can stop you. And now you have all that stuff that you have in the country. Well, how are you going to get it out? What are you going to do with it? Here, I'm staying here. I'm not leaving the country for 3 years. And when I'm getting ready to leave, I will pack up and, put the things away. And if I can't come back, which there wouldn't ever be an issue, because Philippines is very easy. Joshua, thank you so much, brother, for constantly promoting and pushing my videos. Every video you comment. You are the king. I love it. Our new friend Robert from Namibia. Thank you for joining. All the well wishes from New Year's. Thank you so much. Absolutely love that. Patrick from Chicago. Rico Holland from Holland, obviously. Ozzy, appreciate your comment. I was never had the chance to see my grandparents. I never knew. I met them once or twice in my life before they passed away, and they lived too far away. Right, so that it was. I didn't have that emotional, mental connection, so I can't comment on it. Just from my experience. Sitol's World, thank you so much for your positive comment. I really appreciate that. It was amazing. It's amazing. Thank you. Trent, I like how you enjoyed the food. I'm going to get more food videos. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm going to do more food videos, okay? I'm going to do more food videos. I'm going to do street food, and then I'm going to do like Western style food so you guys can see. Terry EVP, love seeing you back, bro. I know you're busy, but thank you again. Pablo, thank you for your fun comment. I didn't know who Chef Angelo was. I looked him up, and yeah, I do look a little bit. He looks a little bit like me. And George, your comment about what we were talking about today, you commented on a video last week about having friends. And I realized this coming here from Sri Lanka, coming here, that having that friend, that social net is what I was missing in my life, which is one of the reasons why I want to stay. I love my family, but there's just only so much you can do with family. And I'm not interested in socializing with Sri Lankans. I'm not interested in living in a tourist area. Because I've said it before, as a local, I look like a local and I can't engage in that expat vibe because I'm not an expat, I'm a local in their eyes. So lots of comments over the last week because we had the holidays, so everybody was commenting. Was once, thanks again for your positive comment. I appreciate it. ET5222, Northwest China. My gosh, 26 degrees, minus 26 degrees. No, thank you. No, thank you, but I hope you're doing well. It's good to hear from you again. I appreciate it. Let's see here. Happy New Year to everyone who's commented. I really love it. Ozzy, thank you for commenting. And Joshua, Darren, Steve. Again, thank you so much. So yeah, that was basically everybody who's commented. We are at a really good threshold. We are a really good threshold. We're getting at like 490 subscribers, over 2,500 hours of view. Oh, just incredible. I can't believe how great you guys are in taking care of me. You know, like, I have seen a lot of medical reports on the positives, and then I've seen a lot of medical reports on the negative. So until I can do more research, until I can see the cost-benefit analysis, right? There's no use in putting things into my body that my body can't use. Multivitamins, biggest scam on the planet. All right. If you eat healthy, you're getting your vitamins naturally. You don't need to supplement. You're just pissing them out. You're buying yourself expensive piss, right? The only supplements I take are when I do my blood work, and the doctor says, well, you're lacking in vitamin D, you're lacking in salt, you're lacking in this. You either have to take a supplement or you have to change your diet. And that's why I test my blood every 3 months, to see where my levels are and what I need to adjust, right? So vitamin D supplements I've been taking religiously because I hadn't been out in the sun. Now that I'm out in the sun, I'm going to tell you, my vitamin D is going to be up. But my gut health, my nutrition is off the charts. With the amount of healthy food I eat, non-processed foods, I don't eat. I don't know what that means, Darren. Getting jacked on the gear. Are you talking about like supplements and stuff like that? Yeah, I'm not interested in going down that road without having multiple doctors review my health and give me advice. And then me researching that advice and understanding the implications and what the general consensus is. I don't jump into things without understanding. But, I don't do my own investigation. I take the advice of trained professionals, people I trust. And so far, let me tell you something. So far, the people I trust have taken very good care of me. Financially, socially, economically, not a problems. No problems. Guys, we're going to wrap up very, very soon. I need to eat something. I am hungry. And then I have to edit. I have to produce a couple of videos today. And I have to edit a couple of videos today. And I'm not going to go on a motorcycle ride tomorrow. I can't. I have way too much work to do. I would love to take a video for tomorrow, but I don't think the weather is going to work out. I don't think my health, I'm too tired. My arms are killing me. And to ride a motorcycle, the one I have, and my forearms are just killing me today. So, I'm going to have to turn down my friend on the ride. Well, Darren, what I use ChatGPT to aggregate the consensus of information with references, and then I go check those references to confirm what's going on. Information is just that. You have to base your decision on information. How you get that information is important. You have to get it. I use ChatGPT to consolidate the information for me and to give me advice. Then I cross-reference that. I don't just say, hey, ChatGPT, what should I do? Nah, that's not what I do. I'm more thorough, okay? I don't use Google because Google is a paid service that directs you towards things that it thinks that you want to hear, so that it keeps you on their clicks so they earn more money. ChatGPT, I use it to analyze information in a way that I can understand it. So complex ideas are simplified, then I can understand it, and then I can go learn more. Financial, medical, everything. I mean, I've never been steered wrong with information I've received because I cross-reference it. Like, for example, I needed a new phone for mom. So I put in what I wanted to achieve, and then it spit out some amazing options and prices here in the Philippines. And then I cross-referenced it and I said, yeah, that's actually correct. And one of the things I do know is tech. So I knew that it was correct. Now, a lot of times ChatGPT can be not wrong. It mimics positive opinions for you so that it's like a puppy dog. It wants to please you. No. The way, so because I have a paid license, it remembers everything. So what I've done is I've also used a prompt service. So it teaches me how to create the proper prompts so that ChatGPT doesn't learn to just please me. And then I reset it so that it doesn't just spit out like if you just use ChatGPT without fine tuning it, you're going to get wrong information. But if you are actively in the app and utilizing the knowledge that other people have learned by using ChatGPT and LLMs, you can use the product the way it's supposed to be used without falling into a trap. So I look at things in a positive way, and I don't just throw the baby out with the dirty bathwater. Right? Just because the bathwater is dirty doesn't mean I throw the baby out as well. I learn to ensure that the bathwater is clean. So I have learned how to use ChatGPT because I research and understand the technology. And that's the way I've been with everything in my entire life. I understand it and then I apply it. It's been the cornerstone of some of my successes. And when I don't do that, that's when I fail. And so I can look back on my life and I can see exactly some of the things I failed. I didn't research enough and I just went on what I thought was right. And I didn't research enough. And I've made some big mistakes. Anyways, guys, I got to get going. I want to say thank you to everyone. Lots of love. Happy New Year to everyone. Please be kind, be supportive, be safe, be happy, be successful. And remember, learn to live life. Don't let life live you. Be good to each other. Enjoy 2026. Come to Cebu. And we will see you all on the other side. And remember, we're not strangers. We are just friends who haven't met yet.